101 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you. I don't have many people in my life that I can talk to about the sorts of things that I talk to you about. Most people just look at me with a blank expression. What are you talking about? But to those people who are hungry for change in their lives, those people who are energized and fired up to transform, to move their life forward, to say enough's enough, I'm not going to be living in misery anymore, I want to move forward. For those people, I have a message for you, I have words for you. So thank you for listening, because if I speak and nobody hears and nobody applies, then have I said anything at all? If a tree falls in the woods and nobody is around to hear it, did it make a sound? That is an old Zen koan, often misunderstood. Full many a flower is born to bloom unseen and wastes its sweetness on the desert air. Well, I will not waste my sweetness on the desert air. I have things to say, and say they shall be. For this video, when I hit this 100 subscriber mark, 101 subscriber mark, I wanted to do a big sort of energized and positive, uplifting video. But I hope you can see that I only post when the inspiration hits me, when there is something real and true and valuable that comes from somewhere else. It's not Corin ego mind that wants more subscribers and wants more likes and want to monetize and all of this. Everything that I say does not come from that place. Everything that I say comes from the message that was given to me. If it feels powerful, then I say it. And if ego gets involved, I delete it and I don't post the video. So I'm not feeling positive and energized. I'm in a very different place. Very different place. But I have something to impart here, because I realized what I wanted to do with this 101 subscriber mark video is to really get down to the core, the depths. What is it? What is transformation, spiritual development, whatever you want to call it? It has been called many things by many different people, but it's all the same thing. It is changing. It is waking up. Waking up. And the physical transformation, dropping anxiety, depression, alcoholism, waking up spiritually, all of these things, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And I wanted to speak a little, because people ask, what's the secret? What's the key? Well, I have the secret for you, and I have the key for you. And the crucial thing that cannot be missed when you're going to make changes and you're going to transform, the key is that you have to be willing to face it. You have to be willing to face the pain. You have to be willing to face the suffering. And you might think this is quite a negative message, but it is not. I will show you. I will show you it is the most positive and most loving thing that I can tell you. Gandalf did not want to go down into the mines of Moria for good reason. He wanted to go over the top. Easily missed in Lord of the Rings. He wanted to go over the top, and when they said they'd go over the top, the relief on his face was massive. But then fate gets in the way and they cannot go over the top. They must go through the mines, and he is in despair because he knows what is waiting for him down there. And this is what I want to ask you. What are you avoiding? What is waiting for you down there that you are trying to go around? That you are trying to go over, that you're trying to get somebody else to fight? What foe is it in you that you must face before you can be reborn? because Gandalf could not come back as Gandalf the White until he had faced this demon, until he had vanquished this demon of the old world. And they choose their words very carefully in that film. It is a demon of the old world. So what demon of your old world are you refusing to face? Of shadow and fire. Shadow and fire. Because we all have shadows. We have shadows that we do not wish to face. Because they remain hidden from us. We don't want to look at them. But I am here to tell you that all of this fighting you're doing externally, you're wasting your time. Don't you think it's odd that you keep doing these external things and you never feel that sense of peace, and that achievement feeling is so fleeting? You might win the individual battle here and there, but it doesn't leave you with a sense that you're winning the war. That's because you're fighting the wrong fights. Stop fucking around. You've got to get down deep and start fighting. Start fighting. Dig down, dig down. Take a look at it, take a look at it. What is causing you this pain? What is causing you this pain? And what behaviours are you exhibiting that are just signs of this pain, and you're not actually acknowledging the pain that is really there in your heart? Do you know what wubba lubba dub dub means? Oh, that's just Rick's nonsense catchphrase. It is not nonsense at all. In my language, wubba lubba dub dub means I am in great pain. Please help me. So what is your wubba lubba dub dub? What is it that you are? Because I see it. I see it. I see it in your Facebook pictures. I see it in your little Instagram stories. Way, we're all having a good time, having a drink. Hey, look at this holiday I'm on. Hey, look at my lovely little perfect family. I can see it in your eyes. I see it in your eyes. You are in great pain. Well, that pain is not going to stop until you start to get raw with it. Start to get aggressive with it. Say, I ain't having this anymore. This is not how I'm going to live my life. Come hell or high water. That was what I did. Came to this point where it's like, well, if I die, then I die. And first it was the alcohol, and then the depression and anxiety, and it turns out even this was all surface. Once I'd started to look at these things and doing my exercise and starting to see things with a clearer view, it's when I realised that there was even more. It went deeper, deeper, deeper still. I had to dig, 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 and I'm still digging to this day. I am digging today, right down, and I will not stop until I am at the heart of darkness itself. And if it kills me, then it kills me. But I will go with a smile on my face, because I faced it down. I did not shy away from it. And by the end, I was a good man. I did the best that I could with what I had. So I wasn't always a good man. But by the end, I did it. Really fucking did it. I found a way forwards. And you see, fighting does not happen at the end of a rifle. And it doesn't happen by firing that artillery. That is the war, that is the battle. But the real fighting happens in the trench. And it is not fought with guns, because it is not time for flashiness. It is not time for dramatic, big explosions. The fighting takes place with knives, bricks, bats, barbed wire, bare hands, biting, knees and elbows, choking, gas. That is where the fight is. I saw this picture the other day. that sometimes now on the spiritual journey, I see things or hear things, and it hits deeper. It hits an emotional resonance and a spiritual resonance. And I saw this picture of a trench knife. A trench knife. And I thought, fuck me. Wow. It's a blade with a knife, and then on the handle is attached a knuckle duster. And at the hilt, right at the bottom, there's this little bolt that can be used to crack skulls. And I thought, yeah, that's the stuff right there. Because that's an ugly, ugly weapon. Like me, it is not flashy. But it gets the job done. And be very, very wary of McDonald's spirituality. Be wary of McDonald's motivation. If anyone is telling you something that you want to hear, they are not there to help you. They are not genuine in their attempt to help you, to lift you out of where you're at. And you see a lot in this. If you ever see me posting these sorts of memes of, hey, if you're having a rough day, just practice self-care and have a nice bath and a glass of Prosecco, and you've got to look after yourself. It's fucking bollocks. It won't help you. The reason you feel uncomfortable is because you keep seeking comfort. The reason you feel cold is because you keep seeking warmth. So if you seek cold, seek pain, seek discomfort, you will find what you are looking for. There is an old Latin phrase, in stercilinus invenitur, and it means, in the cesspit you will find it. In the filth you will find it. And it's not a pretty phrase, and you wouldn't think, oh, that's not very... I thought spirituality was all, where's my angel beings, and I'm a celestial guiding light, am I not? There is a truth to that, but that's not where you're going to find your salvation, your peace whilst your heart still beats, your serenity while you still walk this earth. You won't find it up there. You find it down here. Down here. Not up there. There's nothing for you up there. Not yet. See, all of that comes later. And I have days where I'm completely light. My head is clear. It is free. I'm full of love and compassion and joy. And that will come. That will come. But if you seek that, you will be disappointed. To get to that point, you have to win the battle. You win the war. And you don't do it through having a bath and having a Prosecco and eating chocolate and living your best life. You don't find it like that. You find it in the mud. You drag your demons low, and with your trench knife, you fight tooth and nail. Because that's what I've been doing all this time. Give me a trench knife and a bat, and send me into the trenches. You put me on the front line, and I've been making my way through that trench since day one of this transformation. And I thought it would be over quickly, and it ain't. So be it. So be it. If I'm still in the fight, then I'm still in the fight. And I will just keep going, and I will clear that trench. I will. You, so help me God. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I will clear that trench. And I don't know what I'll be when I emerge on the other side. But I know one thing. I will not be feeling that pain anymore. I think that's all I have for you today. But that would be my advice. And I tell you, if you ever see me with a flashy intro and I start saying, hit the like and subscribe button, you see me driving a Ferrari with girls on my arm, you will know that I really, really messed up somewhere and that I am no longer on the correct path. But if you want to walk with me, if you want to hear something true, if you want to get into the real work of life, not the false work of life, not the bullshit reports and numbers and money and cars and girls and houses, none of that crap. If you want to get to the real work of life, you will find it in the mud. Stay well. Stay present. Calm, confident. Calm, confident. Present. The mind is clear. The heart is strong. The body is fit. And I will clear that trench.